officers. That was my question.
Umbuzo wami lo ke ukuthi ingani ke ungazange ke wahlinzeka amaphoyisa ke ngalolo lwazi owaluphethe.
Ngangazi ukuthi amaphoyisa ngelinye ilanga uyithola evidence yawo akwazi ukupresenta leyo case. Mina kwangesuku umsebenzi wami ukuthi ngithi nami suspected right le akusi suspected right.
Now I knew that the police eventually were going to find the right information. It was not my role to play to say that this is the right suspect and this is the wrong suspect.
You know the reason why you did not come forward to the police with this information is because you had never you did not have the information as to who the suspects are in this matter.
Ingoba na bunganayo information emayelana nokuthi ke abasola obani kule xa. Isona sizathu ezenza ukuthi ungaya kube ukuthi awuyange emaphoyiseni. Uthini ke wena uyakutshela?
Uyangitshela ukuthi ngakho ngayanga emaphoyiseni. Ngiyile emaphoyiseni yimi engenza ukuthi ngiye emaphoyiseni. Ngalesikhathi bengibona ukuthi ufakazi bakhona nginabo ngineshow ngabo futhi.
No, I am the one that went to the police at the time that I realized that now I have got sufficient evidence. I did go to the police.
And you, at this particular time, the incident was still fresh in your mind. This was 29 October 2014, wherein you failed to report this incident.
The incident lena bese seyintsha nje engqondweni yakho sikhuluma nge-29 is October.
I mean, I'm referring to the issue of a suspect being arrested and released.
Ngikhuluma ngalokho.
Yeah.
Lokho kwenzeka nge-29 is October 2014.
And at that time, on the 29th of October, when you were reading this, you had not met with accused number 5 in particular on the date as we have testified.
Uma ke ufunda khona lapha na ke lezo indaba kuphephandaba nge-29 zika October 2014 ubungakaze ke uhlangana naye ke ummangalelo wesihlanu njengoba wena busushilo ke kufakazini lakho.
Ngiyaphinda futhi ngithi kukho ukumbona umsolwa wesihlanu ngambona nge-26 kodwa
I repeat when I saw accused number 5 I did see him on the 26th.
Ukuthi ngiyile emaphoyiseni nganini khona kodwa ngiyile ngolwazi ngase nginalo ngangeke ngihambe ngiyomisa amaphoyisa ukuthi akenze investigation ngithi mina nginolwazi olungcono.
As to when I went to the police, all I know is that I eventually went to the police and provided them with the information that I had then. I would not have gone before I could gather the information that is needed by the police.
Had you reported this information, the police were going to do a further investigation to the extent of the registration of the motor vehicle that you allege it was driven by accused number 5.
Kube uye waphana ngaleyo information amaphoyisa ke abezokwazi ukuthi aphenye mayelana ke ne-registration yale moto othi wena ke ibishayelwa nguye ummangalelo wesihlanu.
Kulolo lwazi ukubangalisa ngaleso sikhathi kwangelona ulwazi olwalivuthiwe nolwazi oluphelele. So ngakuzobe kuulwazi olungasuki kimi ukuthi ulwazi nami ngihambe ngalidobha ngama newspaper.
Now, that information that I got then, it was information that was not yet ripe or information that was sufficient enough. This was information that I went about taking from the newspapers.
Are you confused?
Okay.
I'm not talking about newspaper. I'm talking about the motor vehicle. You have testified that it was driven by accused number 5.
Ngikhuluma ngemoto othi ummangalelo wesihlanu ube driver nge-26 zika October 2014.
Yes. I'm not saying it's a newspaper. It's your evidence.
Angisho ke ukuthi kuyi newspaper. Ngithi mina ke ufakazi bakho.
Obuthi imonto kaMsolo ayimele ngihambise ngiyasho ukuthi ngibona imonto kaMsolo kankani.
To say that I should go to the police and tell them that I have seen.
I'm saying, had you reported
Your reporter
to the police, had you reported the information you had about the suspects, a further investigation could have been done regarding the registration number and the details of the car. You have testified that it was driven by accused number 2. And that type of investigation was not done because of your failure to report.
kube wena ke wahamba wayoreporta ke emaphoyiseni mayelana nemininingwane emayelana nemoto i-registration yaleyo moto. Amaphoyisa ke abezoba sesimeni sokuthi mawaphenye licala ke akwazi ke ukuphuma nokuthize ke ngenxa yokuthi wena ke azange uyoyibika lento oyibonile. Lokho ke okwenza ukuthi ke uphenyo lo ungasinikezi imiphumela right.
Okay. Let's move on. Do you want to comment?
Ufuna ukukhomenta?
Bengifuna ukutshela ukuthi ngalolu uphenyo ukhuluma ngalo kwangesilona uphenyo lami ukuthi yimo wenza uphenyo.
Oh, okay.
Ngangeke futhi ngihambise imoto kaMsolwa ngangekho wakhumalo la kwakubulaweni khona umuntu ngangise hostel.
That investigation that was supposed to have been done, it wasn't myself that was supposed to have conducted that investigation.
Okay, it's
and
fine.
Further, I wouldn't have taken the vehicle to the police because I wasn't there at the time that the suspects were at the Kumalo's house.
It's fine, Mr. Zungu. I understand the dilemma. You were constable by then for how many years? In 2014.
Was 2014.
In the service. In
So
2014.
You can count yourself because I started in 2011.
So you were 4 years.
I joined the police force.
You were 4 years.
4 years.
I understand your dilemma. Then this is 2014, October 2014. You had this information. There is a suspect, wrong suspect, who has been arrested and released. Okay?
You
understand?
26,
No.
29?
We are 29 October 2014.
2014.
You have this information about the wrong suspect who has been released. Okay?
Suspect wrong
Okay. How long after reading from that newspaper about the wrong suspect who had been released did you go to General Lishabane?
Emva ukuthi ufunde le ngcenyo ke yendaba khona lapha ku phephandaba emva kwesikhathi esingakanani ke uze ugcine uye khona lapha ku General Lishabane?
Emva ukuthi ngase ngazi ukuthi kungani kumele ngithi yibo abenze lokho.
That was after I had known. Why am I saying that they are the ones that had committed that?
Yeah, which year? We are in 2014. Was it the following year? Was it on the same year? When? I just want to clarify the date.
2018 to 2019.
2018 to 2019.
And that was 4 to 5 years later after the incident. Am I correct?
We have 5 years.
Yebo.
Yes.
So you sat with the information, crucial information about the suspect from 2014 up to 2019 when you went to report it to General Lishaba. Is that correct?
Well, the matter does not grow old.
Can you answer my question? You sat with this information from 2014 up to the time when you reported or when you approached General Lishaba in 2019. Is that correct?
Because of what I had seen on the day and what I already was in possession of, I then was sure that indeed this is correct.
No, I'm coming to the reason. I just want this confirmation that for the period of 4 to 5 years, you sat with such a crucial information.
I'm
coming to the reasons. Are we on the same page?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You can proceed.
Yes. Then, after 5 years, what made you then to approach General Lishaba about this information?
After iminyaka ewu5 ke yini into eyenza ukuthi uhambe ke uye kuye uGeneral Lishaba mayelana nale icala?
Because ngake information enganginayo ngangiyibona ukuthi iyathinteka.
Now, I had information, or I was in possession of the information which I think that it was linked to this case.
Okay. Am I also correct to say for the period of 5 years, when you approached General Lushaba, you had not made any statement regarding this incident that you have testified about?
Before he meets with General Lushaba, he hadn't
Yes.
made any
He had
statement.
not. He had not. I'm asking, yes. Am I correct?
Ubungakasenzi
That-
statement ngaleso sikhathi-ke uma uyobona naye uGeneral Lushaba.
lutho
Not
bengaze
at all,
ngisenze
yes. I hadn't made a statement as yet.
And is it also your evidence that at the time when the incident was still fresh in your mind, you did not make any statement for the period of 5 years?
Ngabe kuyiqiniso-ke ukuthi lesi sigameko sesisha-ke engqondweni yakho awuzange-ke ukuwenze i-statement kuleso sikhathi-ke seminyaka ewu-5.
yebo angaze ngenze statement
Yes, I didn't make any statement.
Okay. Now, on the date when you met with General Lushabe, you said, can you recall the date or you just remember the year?
Ukhumbula unyaka kuphela i-date uyayikhumbula ma uyohlangana naye
ngidibane naye
uGeneral
ikhathi eyiningi mhlawumbe uma ngangikhumbuza ukuthi isiphi isikhathi okhuluma ngaso
I met with him several times. Perhaps if
I'm
you can
talking-
remind me which time in particular you're
The
referring
first
to.
incident, the
Um,
first
kules-
incident.
kules-
When you now decided to go and report to
Okokuqala,
General Lushabe.
ihlandla lokuqala mase wena-ke usuthatha isinqumo sokuthi uyaya kuGeneral Lushaba
Angiyikhumbuli.
uyomtshela.
angiyikhumbula idate
I do not remember the date.
You can't recall. The place, do you still recall the place where you met
Usayikhumbula-
for the first time?
Uyayikhumbula indawo lapho nahlala
Yebo,
khona
ngiyayikhumbula.
okokuqala? Yes,
Where was
I
it?
remember the place.
Where was it?
Bekukuphi?
bekusethembisa station
It was at the Tembisa station.
Okay. Yes. What did you say to him?
Utheni kuyeke?
ngimtshelile ngolwazi enginalo ukuthi nginalolu lwazi olufana nalolu
I told him about the information that I am in possession of, such and such an information, that is the one I am in possession of.
Yes.
then wabe sethi uzozenzela uphenyo ngalokho
He,
uzongazisa
he then said that he was going to make his investigations about that and then he will let me know.
Okay. You related the story as we have narrated it here in court about each suspect, the involvement, and your presence in the hostel, and going to Shibini, buying alcohol, and all that information. Did you give that information to General Lushabe?
Wamnikeza lolo lwazi-ke njengoba-ke wasidobela umfanekiso wena mayelana-ke nalolo suku ukuthi
All-
nenzani-ke benise-hosteli nahamba nayothenga-ke utshwala kuphi-kuphi-ke wamtshela ukuthi nawe ubukhona lapho abamangalelwa njengoba nje uye wathola ubufakazi bakho la enkantolo wamtshela leyo nto leyo uGeneral Shabane.
angimtshelanga ukuthi ngangikhona angimtshelanga
I didn't tell him that I was there.
Okay. Did you tell General Lushabe that you had witnessed people exchanging firearms in your presence?
Wamtshela-ke uGeneral Shabane ukuthi wababona abantu beshintshisana ngebhamu wena la wena bukhona ubabona khona ukuthi bayakwenza lokho wamtshela.
ngicabanga ukuthi kumtshela kwami ngangamtsheli ngeyibhamu ngangimtshela ngendlela engibone ngayo ukuthi yini eyenzakalile ngangamtsheli ukuthi ubani wenzeni ingakho athi uzozenzela eyakhe i-investigation abuye kimi
Now, the manner in which I related that to him was what I had witnessed and not who I saw. It was for that matter that he actually said that he will make his own investigations.
I'll repeat this question. Did you tell General Lushabane that on the 26th of October 2014, you saw people, suspects, exchanging guns in your
Uye-
presence?
Wamtshela uGeneral Shabane ukuthi nge-26 zika-October 2014 wabona abasolwa beshintshisana ngebhamu. Wamtshela lokho. Yebo.
angimtshelanga
I did not tell him.
Okay. And the reason why you did not tell him, it's because it never happened.
Isizathu esenza ukuthi ungamtsheli okanye esenza ukuthi kube ukuthi wena umtshelanga yingoba lokho azange kwenzeke.
isizathu esenza ukuthi ngamtsheli lokho ngangenza ukuthi ayitholele olwakho ulwazi
The reason
oluzokwazi ukuba yilolu lwazi olutholile la enkantolo nangempela wazenzela lolu lwazi lokuthi akuthole ukuthi ngangikhona ngalo kokuthatshelwe yini
I wanted for him to do his own investigations and then find this information. This information that is also available in this honorable court. And further that it was an information that has to do with me being involved in that matter.
I put it to you again that if it is true that you, Constable Zungu, had witnessed people exchanging guns on the 26th of October in your presence, you would have informed General Lishabane about that information. That one on its own. You failed to do so, to give that information, because you had not seen any person. There was no person who ever exchanged firearms in your presence.
Uye wakhona ngempela ukuthi ubone abantu beshintsana ngebhamu wena ke ubuzopheqeka ukuthi uyoreportela yena uGeneral Shabane mayelana ke naleso sigameko osibonile wena. Isizathu esenza ukuthi ke kube awuzange umtshele uGeneral Shabane ngalokho yingoba wena awuzange uyibone leyo nto njengoba wena usuyithulela enkantolo. Ngalokho
ngababona bephethe izibhamu.
I saw them in possession of the firearms.
Angimtshelanga uGeneral ngoba kwakumele ukuthi azenzele lwakhe uphenyo.
I didn't tell the general because he was supposed to have done his own investigations.
Wathi mayisezenzelile futhi uphenyo wakuthola lokho ukuthi nami ngangikhona.
After he had conducted his own investigations, he also found out that I was also there.
Yilapho kunesiqinisekiso sokuthi kuze azokwazi ukuthi unolwazi lalento kwakumele afike amention ukuthi nami ngangikhona. Yile ngangazi ngayo ukuthi indlela yokuthi athole iqiniso.
Now that is how I found out that this was the way to confirm that I also was there. He had to do his own investigations and eventually find out that I also was.
Okay. Furthermore, did you tell General Lushabane that one of the people whom you saw exchanging firearms, you saw him again exchanging the jackets, tracksuits, as you have testified in this court? I think that is your evidence, you know it better. Did you tell General Shabane that on the 26th of October, you saw a suspect who came in to the room, remember, shocked, and after changing the tracksuit, and to the extent that you saw him wearing a black hoodie jacket? I think that was your evidence. Did you tell General Lushabane that information?
Uye wabona ke umsole ngena engathuthukile njena. Bakwalokho ke echange tracksuit wayogqoka ke ijacket ene hoodie. Lokho ke wakutshela uGeneral Lishabane lonto. Uthi lo Mshololo ubephethe isibhamu.
Kwangenasidingo sokuthi ngimtshele ngoba kwakumele azenzele yakhe investigation athola ukuthi kwenzakaleni angakutholi kimi lokho yena engazenzelanga investigation.
There was no need for me to tell him. He was supposed, he had to make his own investigations and do or come up to his own findings about the investigations that he's making. That he should not necessarily have relied on what I would have told him.
Thank you for that information. But what I want to find out from you, did you tell General Shabane that you saw a person? The interpreter is interpreted to you. You want him to repeat for you?
Yebo.
Yes, that you saw a person exchanging jackets.
Uye wamtshela khona lokho uGeneral Shabane.
Kwakungenasidingo.
Umuntu eshintsha ke ama jackets.
Yes. My question is, did you tell him? I'm not asking the reason why you did not. Did you tell General Shabane or not?
Angamtshelanga.
I did not tell him.
Thank you. And that information was such a crucial information that needed to be reported to the police so that a further investigation would have been done on that aspect of information you had, if it was genuine.
Kwakulwazi ke olumqoka kakhulu okanye luqayile ngoba ke information ibizosetshenziswa yiwo amaphoyisa okanye yena ke uGeneral Shabane ukwenza ke uphenyo lelicala elingakwazi ukuthi ngisiza amaphoyisa mayelana nelicala.
Kwangesiyona information engathi yona evimbe ukuthi kutholakala abasolo. Ayiningi indlela njengephoyisa engayenza ukuthola abasolo.
That was not the only information that one would say that that was the only way that one could be able to apprehend the suspect.
And wayengeke kwazi ukuthola.
There were other ways or means that could have been engaged to be able to trace and apprehend the accused persons, or rather the suspects.
wayengeke akwazi ukuthola abasolwa ngejacket engiyobe ngimtshele ngayo ehostela kuphela engeke kwazi ukuprove ukuthi ikuphi leyo jacket.
Now, he would not have found the suspects based on the jacket that I related to him about, which was in the hostel, without any correlating information or evidence.
Okay.
Kulolu lwazi
No, it's
alitholile.
fine.
Okay.
Don't talk much.
Ungakhulumi kakhulu.
Did you tell General Lishabane, did you give a description of each suspect to General Lishabane when you first met with him?
Mawuqala ukuhlangana naye ke General Shabani uye waphana ke ngomfanekiso okuwona umfanekiso mhlambe ogqamile omayelana ke nabasolwa.
Can we
Okokuqala mawuhlangana naye
Can be description or identity?
Kanye
Did you
ke-
give any information about the suspect that you know the suspect number one?
ulwazi nje oluthize olumayelana ke nomsolwa wokuqala
Ami-
waphana ngayo leyo description.
Yebo ngamnikeza amagama abasolwa.
I gave him the names of the suspects.
Okay. You only gave him the names.
Wamnikeza nje amagama.
Yiwo ayingwazi
Those were the
names.
Those were-
Angenayithombe zabo.
Those were the names that I knew. I did not have their photographs.
Don't confuse me. You only gave him the names. Is that
Wamnikeza amagama kuphela.
Yebo.
That's correct.
okay? No description of those
Description-
suspects. Nothing. Only the names.
Yebo.
Umfanekiso amagama kuphela ilokho umnikeze khona.
Yebo.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. From that conversation, is there any statement that was taken down from you?
Kune statement esathathwa kuwe ke.
Sithatha ubani?
Who would have taken that statement?
It could have been someone else. I'm saying out of that conversation as you were sitting with General Lushaba.
Ngisho ke ngikathi
Was there a statement that was taken? Could have been a clerk, it could have been anyone. I'm
ngikathi
asking.
usakhuluma naye ke uGeneral Lishaba ngabe khona istatement esathathwa kungenzeka ke ngaba uye okanye iclerk khona laphana elinye iphoyisa statement esathathwa umbuzo yilo.
Akuna statement esathathwayo.
There is no statement that was taken.
Okay. And General Lishabane told you that he was going to do his own, he was going to conduct his own investigation. Am I correct?
Washo ke ukuthi uzozenzela olwakhe uphenyo uGeneral Shabani kweqiniso lokho.
Yebo.
That is correct.
Yes. Do you know if there was any investigation done from the information you submitted to General Lishabane?
Uyazi noma kwaba nophenyo oluthize lenziwayo mayelana ke nolwazi owanikeza.
Or any follow-up on the information that you had given to General
Noma ke
Lishabane?
i-follow up owaphana ngayo kuye uGeneral Shabani uyazi ke ukuthi mhlambe yaba khona yini uphenyo noma i-follow up.
Ngeke ngiqinisekise ukuthi wakwazi ukulenza ngaleso sikhathi kodwa ngesikhathi engidibana naye wangitshela ukuthi unolwazi oluthize alitholile.
At the time that I provided him with the information, I would not be sure as to whether he made his investigations about that. But at the time that I uthini masosohlangana naye kwesibili.
Mase ngihlangana naye wangitshela ukuthi kunolwazi alitholile.
Now, when I again met with him, he said that there is information that he managed to get.
Okay. But from 2019, when you first met with General Lishabane, there is no person who was arrested as a result of the information that you gave to General Lishabane.
Ngokusuka ngo-2018, ngenxa ukuthi wena uphane ngalolu lwazi kuye lona uGeneral Shabani akekho ke umuntu wabo.
Eboshelwa icala liphi lona leli angikhumbula angazi futhi.
Getting arrested for what? For this same matter? No, I don't know.
If you can just teach yourself not to ask questions, but just to answer. According to your information that you had given to General Lishabane, there is no person who was arrested as a result of the information that you gave to General Lishabane.
Kunolwazi owalunikeza uGeneral Shabani. Ukuya ngalolo lwazi owalunikeza uGeneral Shabani. Akekho ke umuntu owabo shemba kwalokho. Ngenxa yalolu lwazi owalunikeza uGeneral Shabani. Yebo noma cha?
akekho ngaziyo ukuthi waboshwa mayelana nakho.
There isn't a person, in accordance with my knowledge, that was arrested.
Okay.
pertaining that.
No, it's fine. And then furthermore, my lord, again on the same appearances of the 7th, on paragraph Paragraph 20, page 42, my lord, on those appearances, page 42. Page 42. Line number 18, you see where it says Mr. Zungu.
Line number?
18.
Line number 18.
18. Yes, I can see that.
Yes. Mr. Zungu, I understand that you went to Mr. Shabane for the first time in 2019. Am I correct?
Ngizwisa ukuthi wena waya kuBaba Shabane okokuqala ngo-2019. Ngabe kweqiniso lokho?
Noma rekhosha ukuthi 2018 or 2019 kodwa ukuqala lapha 2019.
Okay.
Yes, even if I may not be sure about that, it could have been 2018 or 2019.
But after the first visit, thank you very much. After the first visit, you again met with General Shabane.
Emva kokuhlangana naye kokuqala
About the same
waphinde futhi ke wahlangana naye
matter.
uGeneral Shabane.
Yebo.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. In your evidence here, you say the general then informed me that let us drop this matter or this talk and not mention it again.
Khona lapho ke uyakusho ukuthi uGeneral ke wase uyangitshela ukuthi asiliyekele icala or siyekele ukukhuluma ngaleli cala.
Was that your second?
Singabe saphinde ke sikhuluma ngakho.
Was that your second visit or at what stage were you now meeting in this regard?
I think besidibana isikhathi eside mina naye.
Isikhathi eside.
Besidibana now and then.
I think we were meeting several times or
Yeah,
many
but
times.
I mean at the incident when you were conversing with General Shaba here.
Ngithi uma ukhuluma naye la ukhuluma lamazwi bekunini okwesingakho uhlangana naye.
When General Shaba says to you, let us drop this matter or talk and not mention it again. When General Shaba said that to you,
Uma uGeneral Lishaba ekhuluma lokho beku okwesingakho ke uhlangana naye.
you can't recall.
No, besesihlangana isikhathi eside. Cishe remember uGeneral Shabane was my commander. Bengisebenza ngaphansi kwakhe futhi.
Okay.
But
So bengibona almost twice, more than 3 times a week.
we had met many a times or frequently. Remember, he was my commander, and we would meet in about three times in a week.
But what I want to find out from you, why would General Lishabane say, let us drop this matter?
Into engifuna ukuyazi uqhamuka kuwe uba ingane uGeneral Shabane ethi asiliyeke lolu daba.
After we have reported and we have been seeing each other, as you
Emva
say,
uthi ureporte and lo nyabonana.
but he now, I understand General Shabane is a senior officer to a constable. Am I correct?
La ke
Or you have the same rank?
Uyaphambanisa lapho. Thanda ukuchazela ngoba ngiyabona ufuna
let me
ukuzwa.
explain.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you.
Iclear lento ayidingi lokhu ihlangahlanganisa. Udibana kwami noGeneral. uGeneral mayefika kulamazwi uthasha lento. Yingoba lento bisinesikhathi eside. Whatever ulwazi beselitholile yena. Ebelitholile futhi ngisho nje ukuthi was the best. Because ulwazi alithola la uye wabuya nokuqala ukuthi la kwenzeka so ehostela ngolwazi alithola yena. So wabuza mina ukuthi ngangikuphi. Sho uma ngibuza lo mbuzo ngabona ukuthi okay wakwazi ukuyophenya lolu daba.
Okay.
Lokho ngangine show yakho ukuthi ukuze azokwazi ukufaka mina shothi wayesekwazile ukuphenya lolu daba athola ukwenzakaleni. Wakwazi ukubuya uzongibuza lokho ngokungibuza kwakhe loyo wayoyenzile umsebenzi wakhe ufuna ngokubona ukuthi muhle kodwa mase kufika la ukuthi wangitshela futhi ukuthi uba informile kwakumele aba informe abaphethe case kodwa shothi akukho kwakwenzeka kuye or ababuyanga kuye.
Thank
So
you.
lokho ngeke ngikwazi ukuthi kungani kodwa kwathi makufika lesikhathi sokuthi kube khona abangisabisanga ukungibulala yilapha athi asiliyeke khona because ngiba informile kwakumele ngiba informe ngalolu daba. So kulokho indawo yakhe ngicabanga ukuthi wayidlala kwathi mayibona mhlambe naye angazi wasebenzisa yiphi discretion ukuthi no if bengal attend the national head office or aba investigate case ngizoyisiya ke so
Lovely.
uma isho kanjalo
No.
kimi ngak-accepta kanjalo.
I think that is because he already was doing his investigations, so this matter has been running for quite some time, and that he went and he did his own investigations, and he did his investigation spectacularly so, such that he came back and he told me that he knew that I also was involved in the matter, and this to me was indicative of the fact that he was doing, or he was able to do his investigations. And he also further found out that there were people that wanted to kill me, and I should think that that could have been the reason why he may as well have said that maybe we should drop this matter. And further, that the contribution which was done by the national office as well could have been information that he may have provided the national office with, and then because he did say that there are people that needed to be notified about this, and all those people were informed about this. Yes, I wouldn't know exactly.
Okay. Thank you for that information, Mr. Zungu. Nevertheless, General Shabane, a senior officer, having done the investigation as you are testifying, he never said to you the information is correct. He never said to you the information has been corroborated, but instead he said, let us drop the matter. After having done so much investigation.
Wenzeke uphenyo lwakhe olujulile ngaleyo ndlela akabuyelanga kuweke ukuthi ke yabona le information ayitholile kuyi information ehamba nalokho wena omtshele khona kodwa ke ubuyela kuwe uthi asimane sibeke phansi lolu daba.
Ngithe wabuya kimi wangitshela ukuthi information ayitholile it itshela nami ukuthi ngangikhona ehostel.
I said to you that he came to me and he said that the information that he found, it says this and that, and it even links me or involves me in that hostile incident.
Yeah, but with that information, whatever information that he gave to you, he eventually said, let us drop this matter
Yeah,
and not talk and not mention it again.
Kuleyo information ayitholile ubuyela kuwe uthi masibeke lolu daba phansi singabe saphinde ke sikhulume ngakho.
Ngicabanga ukuthi wayezama ukuprotecta mina ukuthi ngingakhulumi ngalo lingaweli futhi ezandleni ezi-wrong ngeke ngazi ukuthi wayecabangani kodwa
Now,
ngaleso
I think
sikhathi
he was trying to protect me that I shouldn't continue to talk about it. Perhaps that information should not be found or should not be heard by wrong people. I think he was protecting me there.
Okay, it's fine. I'll leave it there with you. We'll wait for General Shabane to come and explain why, out of the information that we have narrated to this court, he decided to say, let us drop the matter and not arrest anyone as a result of that information, if it was genuine.
ngoba kwakuyiqiniso ngiyakuzwa lokho ngoba kwakuyiqiniso abantu wayilinde ukuthi abaphenye icase kube yiba benza lo msebenzi.
It's not for you to answer.
Because
I said it's for General
it is
Shabane.
Okay.
I would think that he was waiting for the investigators to be the ones that are doing the investigations of the matter.
You furthermore testified that you were at some stage threatened, or there are some people who attempted to kill you. You remember that stage of your evidence?
Yes, I remember that.
Let's just revisit that portion of evidence. When that incident, when you were threatened, or when you were attempted to be killed, did you see the motor vehicle? You said those people were inside in the motor vehicle. Am I correct?
Yes.
Did you see those people?
Yes, I saw them.
Did you know them?
Yes, I knew them.
What did they do?
Bazama ukungidubula.
They tried to kill me.
Okay. Did they fire, or do they point, or do they threaten you to kill?
Bazama ukudubula futhi bazama ukudubula noma bakukhomba ngesibhamu okanye bakusabisa nje ngokukhuluma kwenzakalani?
What my keep isibhamu should was keep isibhamu ewindini ngabe sengijika mina sengibuyele emuva.
Now he took out wielded a firearm and then it protruded through the window. That's when I took a turn and walked and went back.
Okay. That's all. Is that all that was done?
Ilokho kwenzeka
Ngalelo langa.
on that day, yes.
No utterances?
Azange kukhulunywe lutho.
La bakhuluma nga next name.
No utterances.
Okay. Then you felt threatened. Then you felt threatened.
Wazizwa ke usatshiswa wena.
Umuntu my keep isibhamu ngicabanga ukuthi ukusabisa lokho.
When a person takes out a firearm, I
Angikwazi
think
ukuthi
that is now
And
threatening.
when you felt threatened, did you go to the police station to report that there are people who have been trying to kill me?
Mawuzizwa ke usatshiswa waya ke police station ukuyotshela amaphoyisa ukuthi kukhona abantu abebezama ke ukungibulala.
And give the identity of those people
Nokuthi uphane
so that they could be
nge-identity.
arrested.
Ukuthi uphaneke nge-identity yabo ukuthi bakwazi ukuboshwa.
Ngoba ngangazi ukuthi bawobani futhi ngangenayo information yabo nangemonto abayohamba ngayo nokuthi batholakalaphi nokuthi kungani bezama ukungibulala ngase ngikwazi lokho.
I already was in possession of that information. Ukuthi bosisunayo lolo lwazi that who were they, what vehicle they were driving, as to why they are trying to kill me, nokuthini futhi
Nokuthi kungani bezama ukungibulala
essentially.
ngangikwazi ukuthi bakwenziswe yile ndaba yaleli cala.
I already knew the reason why they were doing that. It was as a result of this matter.
So why you didn't go to report at the police station?
Manje uthi ingane
That are
ungayanga
people who have
police station
threatened to kill
ukuyoreport leyo nto.
Kwangenasidingo.
There was no need.
Because you were never threatened. No
Ngoba
person who ever
azange
threatened you. That is why you failed to report at the police station. You have never been threatened.
Ngoba zange usatshisa wena. Ingalokho ungazange ubone kunesidingo sokuthi uye police station uyoreport lecala.
Lokho kucabanga kwakho lokho kodwa mina engikwazi yokwenzeka kusho ukuthi ngasukela abantu
That's your thinking.
kusho ukuthi ngafaka amagama abantu kuleyo nto.
What I know truly transpired. I would not have wrongly implicated the names of the people if they had not done it.
You said you knew as to who those people were.
Uthi wena ububazi labo bantu ukuthi obani.
Yebo.
And then
Yes.
why you failed to go and report them to the police so that they could be arrested? Those people.
Yini wahluleka ke
For threatening
ukuthi
to
wena
kill you.
uye emaphoyiseni uyotshela amaphoyisa ngalabo bantu ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi baboshwe labantu.
Kwakusho khona ukuthi kuyoyekisa ukuthi bangithreaten.
Angithi?
Kwangeke kusho ukuthi bayoyeka ukungithreaten.
That wouldn't have meant that they're going to stop threatening me.
But you are a police officer. Are you really a police officer?
Kodwa uyiphoyisa ngempela.
Naba nje abasola phambi kwakho.
There are the suspects before you,
Ubamele futhi.
and you are even representing them.
Did you make any statement regarding the threats that we have said were made to you?
Uye wasenza ke istatement esimayelana ke nalama threats okanye ke lokusatshiswa othi wena kwenziwa kuwena.
Statement anyway, even if you did not go to the police, but to make a statement that I have been threatened by so and so on this particular date, or record it in your pocketbook or anywhere, just to report this occurrence
Nanoma nje kukuphi.
that was threatening your life.
Nanoma yiphi nje indawo oke waya kuyo okanye wayicabanga ukuthi uye kuyo ke uyophana leso statement sokuthi wena ke wasatshiswa ukuthi mhlambe waye emaphoyiseni okanye kwi pocketbook yakho nanoma yikuphi nje wenza istatement esimayelana nalokho.
I-statement mawusenza usenze emaphoyiseni.
When you do the statement, you do it at the police.
Yeah, I'm asking, you can make a statement, you can even just make your own statement. I'm asking if you made or recorded this information anywhere, maybe in your diary, besides reporting to the police. So remember, you have said you have never reported.
Ngiyirephodile la ekhanda
I
lami. Njoba
actually
ngikhumbula
recorded
nje
in my
ngokutshela.
I actually recorded in my head since I am able to remember it.
So what's the answer to my question?
Manje impendulo ithini ke umbuzo wami?
Uthini umbuzo wakho?
Did you make any statement regarding the threats that were made to you?
Manje wenza istatement mayelana ke nokusetshenziswa lokho okwenzwa kuwe.
Angaze ngisenze statement.
I did not make a statement.
You also did not make any statement regarding the incident of the 26th of October 2014. Am
nokuthi
I correct?
azakwenza nestatement esimayelana-ke nesigameko sange-26 zika-October 2014.
nasi statement sangakhona sangayi-26 isondisi siphambi kwakho.
Here is the statement pertaining the 26th of
Don't
October
confuse
2014.
yourself.
That's
Don't
the one that
confuse
is before you.
If maybe I'm confusing you, just let me know.
Ungitshela uma ngabe ngiyakudida.
At that time, when you were threatened, you had not made any statement under oath regarding the suspect. Am I correct?
Ngaleso sikhathi usatshiswa ubungakasenzi istatement esimayelana-ke nabasolwa.
Yebo,
Yes.
Yes. And also when you were threatened, you did not make any statement.
Nangaleso sikhathi-ke usatshiswa azange ukwenza istatement.
yebo,
Yes.
Because you were never threatened.
Ngoba phela azange usatshiswa.
ngasatshiswa abafowabo bakaMsolwa number 5 lo mmele.
I was threatened by the brothers who are accused number 5. Nobani?
Lo yena mmele accused number 1.
I was threatened by the brothers who are accused number 5. The
That's
one that
a
are
lie. You were
representing.
never threatened by any of the relatives of
Amanga
accused
lawo.
number 5.
Qinise linqamlo liphindaphindiwe lelo mama Mshololo.
That is the verified truth or the repeatable truth.
Now, General Lishabane has said to you, let us drop this matter.
Ujenerali Shabane uthi-ke hayi ake siliyeke lo mdaba.
Yebo,
Yes.
And then for how long did it take you to then go and approach the national office? If I remember your evidence, that after that, you then went and approached the national office.
Emva kwesikhathi esingakanani-ke waya khona laphana e-national office. Uma ngikuzwe kahle ukuthi emva kwalokho-ke wena wase uya khona laphana-ke e-national office.
awungivisanga kahle.
You didn't hear me well.
You are corrected.
Awungilungisele.
Emva
After
kokureporta kuGeneral Shabane ngabe sengireporta nase head office.
Now, after I had reported to General Shabane, I then reported at the head office.
Head office where?
Gopi,
Telkom Towers under General Sithole.
Telkom Towers, that is under General Stole.
Okay, that head office is not a national office.
Actually, on the national office, their head office
Into eyodwa leyo ishona.
is the same thing.
So why do you say I did not hear you correctly?
Manje yini uthi awungizwanga kahle?
Ngizwa uthi ngalireport emva kokuthi bengisabisile. Bengisabisile.
I will. I never said that.
Okay.
Angizange usho lokho. What did you say?
I said, after General Lishabane had said to you, let's leave this matter, after how long did you then approach the national office? That was my
Emva
question.
kokuthi uGeneral Shabane ethi asiliyeke lolu daba. Wathatha isikhathi esingakanani ukuba uye khona laphana e-national office uyoreportela e-national office?
Ngase ngilireportile nakhona. Yilokho engusho.
I had already reported it.
Yeah, you met with General Lishabane, then General Lishabane said, let's leave this matter, let's rest this matter.
Wahlangana noGeneral Shabane, uGeneral Shabane
Thani
wathi asidropeke le.
After that meeting, did you meet again with General Lishabane before approaching the national office?
Emva kwalo mhlangano-ke waphinde wahlangana naye-ke uGeneral Shabane andikokuba-ke uzoya le e-national office.
Bengihlangana naye ngaso sonke isikhathi esiningi.
Many a times I would meet with him.
After how long did you then decide to approach the national office?
Emva kwesikhathi esingakanani-ke wanquma ukuthi mangihambe ngiye e-national office-ke manje.
Angicabanga ukuthi isikhathi eside kangako.
I do not think that it was a long time.
Yeah,
Such
it's
a
a
long
year.
Ngenalo.
It's a year, few months, weeks.
Unyaka, inyanga,
Yeah.
Ngathi zinyanga.
I would say that months.
Okay, yeah. Then you were referred to Brigadier Gininda.
Kwase kuthiwa hamba ku-Brigadier Gininda.
Yebo.
Am I
Yes.
correct? Okay. In your conversation with Brigadier Gininda for the first time,
Manje-ke mase ukhuluma no-Brigadier Gininda okokuqala.
was there a person who was sitting with you, or it was the two of you?
Kwakhona-ke umuntu owayehleli nani noma bekuyinini nje nobabili
Bekuyimi naye.
benu-two kuphela.
Yebo.
It was myself and him, just the two of us.
Okay, what did you say to Colonel Gininda for the first time when you met with him?
Wathini-ke ku-Kenneth Gininda okokuqala umhlangana naye.
Ngamazisa ukuthi kunolwazi engilwaziyo olithinta abasolwa.
I told him that there is information that I have that links or that has to do with the suspects.
Okay, and that information is related in 2019, am I correct?
Leyo information ke waphana ngayo ngo-2019 kuye uGininda.
2019 kwenze njani?
What about 2019?
Yeah, when was that information related to Colonel Gininda?
Wamtshela nini ke uKenel Gininda?
For the first time?
Ngokuthi okokuqala phela mawuthi unolwazi olunalo.
Ngicabanga ukuthi 2019.
Oluthinta abamangaleyo.
2019?
Yes, I think it was 2019.
Okay, correct, yes. What did you say?
Wathini ke?
Ngamazisa ukuthi kunolwazi enginalo.
I told him that I have got information.
Okay.
Ngabe sengimnikeza lolu lwazi engangenalo.
And I then finished him with that information that I was in the possession of.
Yeah, let's unpack this information
Manje ke asizame ke
that
ukuthi
you related to
sivuleke
Colonel
le
Gininda
information.
in 2019.
Leyo information oke wayitshela Colonel Gininda 2019. Ake sithathe
What did you
kancane
say?
kanjalo.
Ngamazisa ukuthi kunabasolwa abasolekayo ekuthinteni kwalolu daba.
Now I told him that there are suspects that are linked to this matter.
Yes, what else?
Then naye wabe sethi uzozenzela olwakhe uphenyo.
He then said that he was going to make his own investigations.
Okay, what else?
Kwabe sekuba ukuhlukana kwami naye emva kwaleyo information engamnikeza yona.
That's how we parted our ways after I had given him that information.
So that's the only information you gave to Colonel Gininda on that particular day?
Ngalolo suku ileyo information kuphela wayinikeza Babu Gininda.
Yebo.
That's correct, yes.
You did not tell him. Again, remember, Colonel Gininda is a senior officer to a constable.
Ukhumbuleke ukuthi uKenel Gininda uyena ke umaqhuzu phela lapha yana ke
You did not-
uyanomkhulu ku constable.
You did not tell him the details of the incident that unfolded in your presence on the 26th of October 2014.
Azange umtshele imininingwane ke emayelana ke nesigameko esenzeka phambi kwakho wena ukhona nge-26 ka October 2014.
And the details I'm referring to, that you did not tell Gininda that you saw people exchanging firearms in the bedroom. Did
Ukuthi
you tell him that?
mangikhuluma ngama details ngisho khona ke lokho okanye imininingwane ukuthi azange kumtshele ukuthi wabona abantu ngale egumeni lokulala beshintshisana ngebhamu.
Iyafana lento ade ibuza umama Mshololo eqaleni ukuthi why ngamtshela ngangenasidingo sokuthi ngimtshele ngoba kumele azenzele olwakhe uphenyo
It is-
ayitholele olwakhe uphenyo.
Now this is the same question. It is similar to the same question that you asked me earlier. Why is it that I did not report the matter? I also saw that there was no need because I also wanted for him to do his own investigations and do his own findings.
Ngoba ukuba
Right
ngangimtshela
now.
lokho ukuthi
Right now, I've never asked you why you did not tell Gininda for the first time when you met. I am asking if you did tell Colonel Gininda that you, on the 26th of October 2014, you saw people exchanging guns in the bedroom.
Okwamanje ngikubuza ukuthi ingani ungamtshelanga. Ngikubuza ukuthi ke uye wamtshela yini ukuthi nge-26 ka October 2014 uye wabona abantu beshintsana ngebhamu. Ilokho engikubuza khona okwamanje.
angimtshelanga.
Okay.
Yes, I didn't tell him.
Thank you. Did you also tell Colonel Gininda that you saw one of those people moving out of the room, exchanging jackets, especially to the extent of the one who exchanged a hoodie black jacket?
Manje ke uke wamtshela lokho ke wabona onye wabo ephuma kulelo gumbi ehamba eyoshintsha okanye eshintsha ke ama jackets. Kakhulukazi ke le jacket emnyama enehoodie.
Khumbula ngangimtshela information eqondile ukuthi accused number 1 2 3 ngababona benzani ukuthi ubani omunye washintsha ijacket omunye wenzani kwangenasidingo sokuthi ngikuchaze lokho.
I remember telling him what I saw accused number 1, 2 and 3 doing as to whether there was one of them that was changing jackets or clothing items. I did not see that it was needful for me to can say that.
Yeah, but you did not tell him.
Kodwa azange kumtshela.
Okay. And was there any
Correct.
statement that was taken from you as a result of the information that you gave to Colonel Gininda for the first time when you met?
Kwaba nestatement mhlambe ke esithathwayo kanye esizwayo mayelana ke nalolu lwazi owanikeza yena ke uKenel Gininda okokuqala mawuhlangana naye uKenel Gininda.
ngiyaphinda futhi ngithi asikho istatement esake sathathwa
I want to repeat that again. There isn't any statement that was taken.
yebo yena wayibhalela kwi-diary yakhe or ey'ntweni zakhe kodwa kwangesisona statement kwakumele kube under on.
Well, I need to say that he indeed was writing on his own journal or perhaps his diary, but that was not a statement in accordance with what I had given him.
Do you know what a statement is?
Uyasazi yini statement?
Ngazi kahle.
Yes, I know.
Was there a statement that was taken from you regarding the report that you made to Kenneth Geninda? First
Ngabe
time
kwaba
when you met?
ne-statement
Asikho.
No, there isn't.
And then let's move on now to the stage wherein you were called again by General Lishabane. You remember that portion of your evidence in chief?
Wabizwa khona-ke wabizwa uGeneral Lishabane.
Yes. And you said General Lishabane asked you, how does the national office know about this matter? You
Uthi-
can correct me.
uGeneral Lishabane wakubuza ukuthi i-national office yazi kanjani ngalolu daba.
Yebo
Yes.
Okay. In that conversation, what was said?
Lapho-ke kuleyo nkulumo kwathi wani.
You were sitting with General Lishabane, both of you.
Nobabini belihleli phansi no-General Lishabane.
ngicabanga ukuthi sasingahleli noma sasihleli kodwa ngicabanga sima-ofisini akhona ofisini le-cluster yeah.
Maybe that we were seated or we were not seated, but we were in the cluster's offices.
Yeah, in that conversation, it was both of you.
Kuleyo nkulumo
Yebo.
kwayingxoxo bekunina no-two.
Okay. Was
Yes.
General Lishabane accusing you of approaching the national office, or what was the position when General Lishabane now called you after being at the national office?
Manje ube kumangalela ngokuthi-ke uye e-national office okanye kwakwenzakalani makazokubizela khona laphana
If you can just unpack it for me.
akungitshela.
ithole kahle kanje Imam Mshololo akusiyena wasuka nje wangibiza ngicabanga ukuthi national head office yafonela yena yambuza ngami yena kwabe sekuba uye ongifonelayo engibiza
National office yenze njani?
eyafonela yena
Yena wafonela wena.
wafonela mina
I should think that the national office is the one that had phone called him, and then he phone called me.
Yeah, but from your evidence here, that is here in court,
Sikhuluma ngalokhu ubufakazi obulanga
you said
enkantolo.
you were called by General Lishabane.
Uthi wena wabizwa uGeneral Lishabane.
yebo
Yes.
Then I'm asking about the conversation now when you were meeting after that call.
Manje ngikubuza ngengxoxo
What was the
ekhona
conversation about?
engothi akubize. Leyo ngxoxo beyimayelana nani?
bekungazisa ukuthi i-national head office beyifikile izobuza ngami futhi
Now, he was to inform me in that discussion that the national office had come to inform him about me.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And that's all.
Hey,
Ilokho nje.
nokuthi bafuna ukungibona i-national head office
And that the national head office wants to see me.
Yes, after that, what then happened?
Emva kwalokho-ke kwase kwenzakalani?
kwabe sekuba umhlangano wami no-Colonel kwakuwu-Colonel Brigadier by then
Then kwaba umhlangano wakho no-Ken bani?
Brigadier Geninda
Then thereafter it was a meeting between myself and Kenneth Geninda.
On another date?
Ngenye date.
Or on the same date?
Okanye
another
the
date.
same date.
hey
Another date.
Okay, so it was three of you now.
There's no three.
wangazisa mina ukuthi bebemfonele befuna mina i-meeting yakhona babeyihlelele cishe i-13 November nangempela ngabe sengiya lapha ne-meeting khona
He said that he was phone called pertaining myself, and there was a meeting that was then arranged, if I'm not mistaken, on the 13th
of November
13th of November.
13 or 19?
13, number 19?
13
13.
Okay. Yes. Then how many were you on that meeting of the 19th?
Kuleyo meeting benungaki?
ni-19 zanini then
The
November.
19th of which month? Is it November?
When you
Ni-19
met-
wayi-13
When you
said
met
the
with
13th.
Colonel
I said the
Geninda
13th.
and General Lishabane.
uGeneral-
ukhulume ngoGeneral Lishabane no Geninda.
uGeneral Leshabane wangazisa ukuthi i-National Aid Office ifuna ukungibona.
Now, General Shabani informed me that the National Office wants to see me.
Then wabe semfonela uBrigadier Gininda emazisa ngalokho.
Then he called Brigadier Gininda informing him about that.
Then Brigadier Gininda wabe sesetha i-meeting yange 13.
Then Brigadier Gininda set up a meeting for the 13th.
With who?
Nobani, meeting yabani.
Shutho ihlelele ukubona mina wayazisa uGeneral ngalokho.
Wenza a meeting nobani. Shothi maka set up, angisho ukuthi wa set up a meeting.
Shothi mayikhuluma kuGeneral wabe secela ukuthi uzongibona cishe kwa-11 kodwa kangakhona phindwa postpone wathi uzongibona nge-13.
When he informed the general, he said that he wanted to see me on the 11th, but that did not materialize. Then it was postponed to the 13th.
Yes, in that meeting, on the 13th, did you meet?
Ngay 13 nahlangana.
Yebo sadibana.
How many were you?
We met. Benungaki.
Bekuyimi, brigadier and another brigadier.
It was myself, the brigadier, and another brigadier.
Okay. So, am I correct to say you were meeting for the second time now with Brigadier Gininda?
Bego okwesitu ngamanye amazwi uhlangana no Brigadier Gininda.
Yebo.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, what was the purpose? Because remember, we have met for the first time and we have related the information. Now for the second visit, what was the purpose of that visit?
Manje inhloso kwaba yiphi ke? Okokuqala manhlangana wamtshela ke wamnikeza lokho ke omnikeza khona. Okwesibili masemhlangana inhloso kwaba yiphi wamtshela ukuthini?
Ngicabanga ukuthi wayezama ukuqinisekisa ukuthi ulwazi engilaziyo lungakanani futhi wayefuna maybe ngingasho ukuthi kungiquestion.
I should think that he wanted to ascertain the magnitude of the information that I was in possession of, and I should think perhaps he also wanted to examine in as far as that he wanted to examine me in as far as that information is concerned.
Okay. Is it also correct that you did not make any any statement regarding the information that you gave to Colonel Gininda on that second consultation or visit?
Ukuthi asike statement owasenza mayelana ke nokuhlangana kwakho no Colonel Gininda o Brigadier Gininda okwesibili.
Akuna statement engingasenza ngaphambeleni.
There isn't any statement that I had made before.
Okay. Then what happened after that?
Kwenzakalani ngemva kwalokho?
You separated, you departed.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a time wherein you were called by General Shabani in the presence of General Sibia. You remember that meeting?
Kukhona isikhathi uwabizwa uGeneral Shabani, kukhona uGeneral Sibia.
When is it now?
Yes.
Is it before you met with Colonel Gininda and a certain police officer, or was after?
Ngabe lokho kwenzeka nini angoba uzohlangana naye uGeneral.
When we are now meeting with General Sibia.
Mase sohlangana manje mase sekukhona noGeneral Sibia.
Cha ngangakamboni Colonel for a second time.
Colonel Ban.
Brigadier Gininda.
I should think that I hadn't seen Brigadier Gininda for the second time during that time.
Okay. Yes. When you met with General Shabani was present when Sibia was there? When General Sibia was there?
Because?
Was General Shabani present when you met with General Sibia?
Mauhlangana no General Sibia uShabani uGeneral Shabani bekhona.
Yebo.
Yes.
Okay. And who else was present on that day of the meeting?
Ubani omunye ke obekhona ngalo suku laleyo nhlangano?
Uma iqala meeting siqale sibathathu then emva kwalokho wabe sefonela uwarrant officer Makubo.
When the meeting started, it was the three of us, and thereafter he phone called Warrant Officer Makubo.
Oh, okay. And Warrant Officer Makubo arrived, then you became four?
Yebo.
Magafika about 4, yes.
Okay. What was the conversation, if there was any, that you conversed when you were still with General Sibia and General Shabani only?
Nanikhuluma ngani uma ngabe ke kube nengxoxo bekhona ngenkathi unoGeneral Sibia no Shabani nanikhuluma ngani?
Ngicabanga ukuthi iningi into esasikhuluma ngayo in general ukuthi ngase ngikhulumile ngalokhu buye wabe explainela General Shabani ukuthi ungani mina ngimtshele lokho endena wenzeni.
Now I think there had been a number of things that we had already spoken about, and I had already explained to him, and that is when he then spoke to General Shabani as to why.
Who is him?
Ukhuluma ngobani ukuthi
General Sibia.
I'm referring to General Sibia.
Okay. Yes, then how come that Warrant Officer Makuba was called?
Kuze
What
kanjani
was happening? What was being discussed?
kwakhulumeka ini khona laphana kuze kanjani ukuthi kuze kubizwe lona warrant officer Makubo?
Ingoba akukhulume ngayo lolu daba ukuthi kungani kuba nabantu abathintekayo wabesebuza ukuthi ubani ophethe lolu daba.
No, that is because there were people that were now linked into this matter, and wasethini?
Emva kokumbuza ukuthi ubani ophethe lolu daba wasesho ukuthi akufanele uwarrant officer Makubo.
Then he then asked who is in charge of this matter, and then after such an answer was provided to him, he then said, let warrant officer Makubo be phone called.
Who asked you as to who was in charge of this matter?
Ubani obuzile ukuthi ubani o in charge kuleli cala?
Khumbulo engabuzi mina ngangazi ukuthi ubani o in charge.
Angizwa?
Wayengabuzi mina ukuthi ubani o investigate.
He wasn't.
Babebuza nabodwa.
He wasn't asking me who is investigating the matter. They were asking themselves.
Yeah, but who asked that question?
They
Who
asked
posed
each
that
other.
question?
Ubani owabuza lowo mbuzo?
General Sibia, General Shabani.
It was General Sibia asking General Leshabani.
Yes, continue then. How was Makubu then called?
Then
If you were part of that discussion,
Uma ngabe wena waba ingxenye yale
when Makubu was called, when it was decided that Makubu was called.
wafonelwa same time.
He was phone called immediately or same time.
Yes. And then he arrived.
Wafi.
Yebo.
Yes.
Yeah, then what happened now when
Kwenzakalani
Makubu
masefika?
now arrived?
Usefikile
Yabisi.
uMakubo kwenzakalani?
Yabe siqalwa futhi inkulumo sichazwe General Shabani echazela warrant officer Makubo.
Okay, then the discussion started again. Warrant officer Sibia, General Leshabani,
Yebo.
then explained to warrant officer Makubo.
Yes.
Kwabe sekuba nembuzo angibuza yona warrant officer Makubo.
Then there were questions posed to me by warrant officer Makubo.
Emva kwalokho wabe sengazisa ukuthi no uye obophe unkani.
Thereafter, that is when he informed me that he is the one that had arrested Nkani.
And wabe sengibuza ukuthi leyo information mina ngiyithathaphi.
He then asked me, where do I get that information from?
Wabe sefuna kwazi ukuthi isource yami engimnikeze leyo information yipi.
And he wanted to also establish my source that had provided that information. Which source is that?
Emva kwalokho wabe seyichitha le information emva kokungivezela ithombe ebopha unkani.
We should why dismiss him.
Yebo.
Thereafter, he dismissed the information after he had shown me the photographs where he was arresting Nkani.
Okay. He dismissed the information that you gave to him as false.
Ngamanye amazwi ukuthi akulona iqiniso.
Yebo ukuthi alethe isource.
And Warrant Officer Makubo was the one who was
Sorry,
in
he
charge.
says he said that I should bring the source from which I heard or from
Yeah,
whom
I
I
heard that. I heard that, but he dismissed the information as false.
Ngamanye amazwi wayichitha ke
Yebo.
information
And the
njengamanga.
person who
That's correct.
dismissed the information as false is the one who was in charge of the investigation in this case.
Kanti ke lo muntu ke ochitha lolu daba okanye ochitha leyo information uyena ke ophenga leli cala.
Uyangazisa noma
Are you telling me or you asking me?
I'm telling you.
hayi.
Alright.
Bengazi ukuthi ubani ophenya lelicala bengazi ukuthi liphenywa head office.
I didn't know who was investigating this case. I thought that it was the head office that was
From
investigating this matter.
your evidence, you informed us that General Lishabane said the person who is in charge in this case is Warrant Officer Makubo. As a result of that information, Warrant Officer Makubo was then called.
Wena ke kuloko bakho ke uthi ke uyena warrant officer Makubo uqhamuka ke kule ngxoxo lekhona ukuthi ubani kwabuzwa ukuthi ubani umuntu oyin charge kaleli cala kwase ke kuvela igama lika warrant officer Makubo wabizwa ke warrant officer Makubo.
Lalela kahle Mama Mshololo ngithe umuntu owabuza ukuthi ubani ophenya lolu daba. Wabuza uGeneral Sibia.
I said the person that inquired about who is in charge or who is in charge.
Yes.
Who is in charge of this matter?
What-
And that is a question that was asked by General Sibia.
Ebuza uGeneral Leshabane.
And then he was asking General Shabani about
Yes.
General Leshabane said it's Brigadier Gininda. It was Colonel by then.
that. General Shabani was uyakusho lokho ke Brigadier Gininda.
Yes. Then emva kwalokho wabe
Colonel ngaleso sikhathi.
wabe sebuza ukuthi uphi uwarrant officer Makubo.
Thereafter he inquired, where is warrant officer Makubo?
Who asked that?
Ubani obuzayo?
Ngicabanga ukuthi wabuza lo mbuzo warrant officer uGeneral Sibiya.
General Sibiya.
Yes.
Then wabese phendula uGeneral wathi akamfonele kwasho ukuthi wayengenayina General Leshabane.
Waphendula wathini?
uGeneral Sibiya ubuze uGeneral Leshabane ukuthi ubani ophenya lolu daba.
Yeah.
Then waphendula uGeneral Leshabane ukuthi it's Colonel Gininda. It was Colonel by then. Then emva kwalokho wabesebuza ukuthi uphi warrant officer Makubo.
Kubuza ubani
General Sibiya.
Yes. General Sibiya, thereafter he inquired, where is warrant officer Makubo?
So you didn't know the role that was played by Warrant Officer Makubo in this matter?
Was the role idlalwa nguye warrant officer Makubo kuleli kala?
Ngangazi ukuthi uyi-team investigating task team taskwe bonke ukuthi be-investigate this matter.
I knew him to be a member of the team or the task team to investigate this matter.
Okay, that's all.
Yilokho kwazi.
Yebo.
So that did not tell you that Warrant Officer Makubo was part of the investigating officers?
Abakutshelanga ukuthi ke
That did not tell you that Warrant Officer Makubo was part of the investigating officers?
Lokho azange kutshele ke ukuthi ngamanye amazwi lona warrant officer Makubo uyingxenye yethimba eliphelele ikala.
Wangitshela lokho?
That is what yes, that is what I could deduce.
And that person who was part of the investigating officers in this matter told you that the information you are giving to him is false?
Lo muntu okuyingxenye ke yethimba eliphelele ikala wakutshela ke ukuthi lo lwazi uphana ngalo akusilona iqiniso.
Kwathi mayisho njalo savele sabhekana ngoba sasibona ukuthi lento ayishoya akayazi.
When he said that, we looked at each other, implying that whatever that he is saying, he's got no sufficient knowledge of.
Okay, we'll continue from that tomorrow. May I ask that we adjourn at this time? Tomorrow I will be taking the witness through the statement. My lord.
Washesha kangaka?
That is misbehaving, my lord, of this witness.
Why are you in such a hurry?
That is misbehaving in front of the state who read the rules of the conduct of the witnesses in this court. That remarks is wrong and disrespectful towards me.
Yabona ke lokho kushilo
Ngiyaxolisa mama Mshololo.
ukudelela ke. Wrong futhi ukudelela.
What did you say, Mr. Zulu? What was the
Utheni?
remark you made?
I said it was quick. Bengalindelanga ukuthi mhlambe sekiyaphela.
Oh, I see.
I wasn't expecting that we are done already for the day.
Are you mentioning it in a pejorative manner, or what type of remark was it?
Just a disrespectful remark, my lord.
Ukusho lokho ke ukuthi
Bengingabosho ngoba mhlambe
izimbi okanye
cha bengingabosho ngoba mhlambe ngidela Mshololo bengisakhuluma ngisaka.
that was because I was busy presenting my evidence or rather my testimony, not with this.
Yeah, I repeat again, people are in this court, they must respect the decorum and the decency. And this includes everybody. Sometimes when I talk, counsel just juts in. And I just bet, well, if bafundiswe kanje, what can I do?
It's fine, my lord, you can protect the witness, but it's wrong what the witness has said.
Mr. Mshololo, how can I protect a witness? I just asked him, why is he making that remark? I wanted to understand why. And he gave an explanation. But I'm not saying this explanation is sufficient. And I'm saying people should respect the decorum of this court.
Lokho inkantolo ishoyo ukuthi abantu mabahlonipheke inkantolo ngendlela inkantolo ingakhona
Ngiyaxolisa
isimo
kakhulu.
senkantolo.
Mr.
I apologize,
Balui,
my daughter.
any other witness lined up for tomorrow?
Indeed, my lord, we foresee that we'll be done with this witness perhaps before lunchtime. in which case we will try and line up another witness.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks. Then the court will agenda to tomorrow at 10.